Hey everybody, hi, it's Diane Moore from More Better Food. And today I thought I would share a really quick and easy recipe for making your own popsicles. Now, it's getting really hot outside and I know people are looking for treats to cool them off and to really make them feel refreshed in the summertime. And so I wanted to share this recipe from Liz Moody's book, Glow Pops. I love every single recipe she has in here. This is my go-to for making popsicles. But today I wanted to share the recipe for making Mexican horchata. And the reason I love this recipe is not only is it really easy to make, you probably have most of these ingredients on hand, but they're also really high quality ingredients that are beneficial for your health. So let's get started. So I'm just using my regular blender. I don't have a high-speed blender. If you have one, actually all the better, but I don't have one, so I'm just using my regular old blender. And what you want to do is you want to add some coconut milk, about 2 cups of coconut milk. And coconut milk is really great because it is a medium chain triglyceride. And so it's a healthier fat for you. It makes you feel full and satisfied, and it is a great fat. So actually, let me just check this and make sure that, yeah, I'm doing everything correctly. So I'm going to just pour part of this coconut milk in the blender because I'm also going to add now about 6 pre-soaked dates. And I have these dates that I tore up into smaller pieces, and then I soaked them for about 10 minutes in boiling water. And I'm going to just add them to the blender. And I'm reserving the liquid in case I need just a little bit more liquid for making the popsicles. But dates are amazing as a sweetener, as a substitute for sugar, because they kind of have this caramelly taste. So they give you a really rich taste, but they're also high in antioxidants and in fiber and in the minerals potassium, manganese, magnesium, copper, iron, B6. They're just loaded with nutrients. And so I just really like them because they're not simply empty calories. They actually are good for bone health. They're good for sleeping at night, getting a full night's sleep. And as I mentioned, they're high in fiber. So you can't go wrong if you're using dates as a substitute for sugar. They are high in calories, so go easy with them. But in general, they're a really good substitute. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to blend this up a little bit because these dates can be a little tough. They are high in fiber. And so I want to, I just have a little liquid in here and I really just want to break them up. Again, I don't have a high-speed blender. So if you have a high-speed blender, you may not need to do this, but I'm going to do this. So it's going to be loud for just a minute. Okay, that's a good start at least. All right, next I want to finish adding the coconut milk. And so I'm going to actually just pour this in my blender and I'll just use the spatula to get a little bit of this residue out. Okay. And then what I want to add now is about a tablespoon of cinnamon. Now, cinnamon actually comes from the inner bark of the cinnamon tree. Sorry, say that fast. about 4 times. But it is also high in antioxidants, and cinnamon has been shown to help regulate blood sugar. So it's a really warming spice. There are 2 different kinds of cinnamon. There's Ceylon cinnamon, which is known as the true cinnamon, and it's what you taste when you taste like a red hot candy. And then there is the cassia cinnamon, which is a more common cinnamon, and it kind of has that warm, rich taste that you experience. It's a more common form of cinnamon, and so it's probably what you can find more at the grocery store. The nice thing about cinnamon is that it is also high in antioxidants and polyphenols, and so it fights free radicals, it's anti-inflammatory. As I mentioned, it helps to reduce and lower blood sugar and fight insulin resistance, but also it helps to reduce cholesterol. So you can't go wrong with a little cinnamon. We put about a tablespoon in here, and then we are going to put about a teaspoon. Sorry, I'm just looking at my recipe. We need to put about a teaspoon of vanilla, and this is actual real vanilla. It's not imitation vanilla. That makes all the difference for your flavor. So make sure you're using real vanilla. All right. So we're gonna now give this another bit of a blitz. And last but not least, we're going to add a little bit of salt, and we need just a pinch. So what I'm going to do is just measure a little bit. It's probably maybe like about 1/8 of a teaspoon. Blend one more time. All right. Now, that should be it. Next thing I want to show you is the popsicle molds. Now, this is a popsicle mold. Sorry, you can't see this very well. That I bought. It's made of stainless steel, so it is never going to communicate with your food. So no matter what you're putting in your popsicle, it is never going to leach chemicals into your food. So not only do I really like it from that standpoint, but also it freezes your popsicle really, really well. And it's really easy to use. You get this stand, and then each popsicle container fits in separately. So it's really easy to use, and you don't have to eat every single popsicle whenever you want to eat one popsicle. You just take this out and run it under some water, and you're good to go. So what I'm going to do now is just pour this mixture into these popsicle molds. And I do it while they're in the stand because it just keeps everything level and easy and doesn't make a mess. And I only fill them to about, probably about 1/4 inch away from the top. So not quite completely full. So I'm just going to pour a little bit. A little bit more. Let's see if you can see this a little bit better. And last but not least, a little bit, even these out. And that should be good. And then the last thing that you do in order to make your popsicles is you take these lids and just put them on top of the mold and then insert a wooden popsicle stick. So it's super easy to do. And we'll just do this, stick them in the freezer. And then I'm going to show you a couple of other popsicles that I made earlier, so you can just get a sense of how they look, how they work, and how easy it is as having a snack. It's a healthy snack, and it's something that your kids will love, you'll love, and it doesn't cost a fortune either. Plus, you know what all the ingredients are, so it's good to go. All right, so let's put these in the freezer. And then here I have, this is a strawberry coconut popsicle that I made yesterday. And I just made this with one can of coconut milk, a 12-ounce bag of frozen strawberries, and about 6 drops of stevia. And this is going to be a delicious sugar-free popsicle for later on tonight, especially because it's hot and humid today. So I hope this inspires you to try making your own popsicles. It's super duper easy. And as I showed you, the molds are really easy to use. You just basically run a little water over the edge of them, and they release immediately. If you are interested, try this recipe book from Liz Moody. Every single popsicle recipe is so good. And I can't wait to try my horchata popsicles tonight. So until next time, take care.